Let's hit that piece through there. That monetary supply is just kind of like a big pile of cash. And one of the biggest pieces and why the monetary supply is so important is it can be increased, and the larger the monetary supply, generally speaking, the stronger the economy is. And that's kind of the conversation that we want to have here. We take a look at the monetary supply, and one of the ways that we engage in the monetary supply and make it work for us is through this concept called consumerism. Now, here's kind of the way that consumerism works, and this is something that you guys have to have a commanding knowledge of. Many of you guys had received a stimulus check, and the reason why the government put out the stimulus check is in an attempt to enact consumerism. And I would suggest that, let's just say as an example, this is my example. You received for your stimulus check $1,000. I don't know how much your check was. It might have been as high as $1,200, but you got some cash. And because the money went into your pocket, wow, your monetary supply just increased $1,000. Happy day for you. Congratulations. But what makes consumerism so valuable when you get an extra $1,000 in your pocket, most people are going to go on out and spend that money. So let's just say you take that $1,000 and you went down to Home Depot and you bought a refrigerator. Well, Home Depot is a for-profit business. And although you bought the refrigerator there, your $1,000 has gone away. It's a nice refrigerator. Home Depot profited from that purchase. And let's just say Home Depot profited by $500. I don't know what their markup is on refrigerators, but let's just say they took their $500 and they paid that out through payroll to their employees. So now the Home Depot employee has $500 in their pocket. And if they go on out and participate in consumerism and spend that money, maybe they would go to a Best Buy and buy a TV set. Well, Best Buy is a for-profit business, and Best Buy has a payroll to cover. And so maybe when they bought that TV set, Best Buy profited $200. And that went to their employees for payroll. So now the Best Buy guys have a little bit of cash in their pocket. And maybe the Best Buy guys go to a Food for Less. And they buy some groceries. And maybe Food for Less profits $50. So in our example here, although you only had $1,000 to invest, through consumerism, it had a value in the economy of $1,750. It started out as 1,000 and it got much, much bigger than 1,000 just because consumerism occurred. So you benefited $1,000 with your stimulus check, but Home Depot benefited from your check, and Best Buy and Food for Less. So when we want to go ahead and increase the monetary supply, one of the ways to do that is just spend more. Of course, if you spend more, you have to have more, but here's kind of the idea. We can make the monetary supply a little bit bigger and expand it through this concept of consumerism. And if the monetary supply is bigger, consumerism occurs, our economy is a little stronger. And you benefit, Home Depot benefits, Best Buy, and Food for Less, just because a little bit of money entered the economy. So this is a concept that some people have called trickle-down economics, meaning that the money started out with yours, but it trickled down throughout the economy and benefited others. So one way to improve the economy is to go ahead and increase the monetary supply. Happy day. Now just recognize that if we're increasing the monetary supply, if we have a strong economy and everybody has money in their pocket, that has some value for sure. But let's recognize that the stores are beneficiaries. But let's think from a store owner point of view. Let's just say that you are a store and you yourself sell widgets. A widget is a whatchamacallit. A widget is a fictional item that we're selling. So you are a seller of widgets, and you are very, very good at selling widgets. In fact, your widgets are some of the best around. And let's just say, as our example, you sell your widget for 20 bucks. $20 widget, high quality, good stuff. And one of the pieces you're noticing in the strong economy is everybody is buying your widgets. Because your widgets are so easy to sell, people are coming and they got money in their pocket. They're buying your widgets and they're buying your widgets. In fact, you got to call your supplier to get more widgets and more widgets, and no problem at all. Widgets are easy to sell. So when you're in a strong economy and everybody has money to spend, does that change your widget pricing strategy? In a strong economy, when everybody has money to spend, comma, does that change your pricing strategy? Question mark. And if so, how does it? That's one of the interesting pieces in the super strong economy. When everybody has money to spend, maybe you go through there and you take your widgets and now you sell them for 25 bucks. And if they're easy to sell and man, you're having a hard time maintaining inventory, you're calling your inventory person and saying, man, I need some toilet paper. And the guy says, I don't have any. Prices tend to go up. In a strong economy, we'll see this idea of price increasing occurring. And we would call that concept inflation. So when economies get really, really strong, inflation occurs. And when inflation occurs, what ends up happening is the dollars in your pocket, the money that you have to spend in the monetary supply, the buying power goes down. And so, yeah, you got money in your pocket, but when you go to the store because of inflation, you can't get as much money or can't get as much product for the money that you're spending. So while a large monetary supply is really, really good for the economy, sometimes what happens in a strong economy is over time, inflation kicks in. So if you in the government want to decrease inflation, you're obligated to try to decrease the monetary supply. So if the monetary supply gets smaller, then inflation is controlled. But if the monetary supply gets smaller, then consumerism doesn't occur as well. So there's a strange balance going on. It's like, do you want to have money in your pocket? And if you do, well, how effective do you want that money to be? So it's kind of an interesting piece that our government has to kind of weigh out and try to figure out which policy are they enacting and what's going to be the effect on everybody. So it all is based. So we have the tight policy or a contractionary policy that is designed to decrease the monetary supply. And we have a loose policy that is also called an expansionary policy that is designed to go ahead and increase the monetary supply. And remember, when we increase the monetary supply, we tend to increase that because we're trying to increase and improve the economy. We're trying to strengthen the economy. We're trying to put more money in people's pockets and an expansionary policy. And by contrast, a tight policy is designed to decrease the monetary supply. And as we're attempting to decrease the monetary supply, the predominant reason for doing that is we're trying to control inflation. we're trying to maintain the buying power of the dollar. So whether you're putting together a tight policy or a loose policy, they're both affecting the monetary supply, and they have different results for each of them.